So today I am going to do a quick grocery haul. I'm just going to go to my local greengrocer, who is just down the road. It's about a 5-10 minute bicycle ride. I'm going to pick up some Irish produce, so my mission for today is to get entirely Irish produce. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while because I've been seeing online all of the Irish produce boxes that you can get delivered, and I know that for some people that's a great option because it means they don't have to actually go out and buy things, but for me, I like to talk to people. So I really enjoy going out and buying produce from the greengrocer. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a budget of €20. I don't think it'll come to anywhere near that. Most of the veggie boxes I've been seeing online are about sort of 25 to 30, sometimes €35, but there's just two of us and I want to make sure that we can get sort of the right amount for us. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay, so I am back from my little cycle to the greengrocer and I picked up all the bits that I needed. Came to much less than my €20 budget, so that's awesome, and we've got loads of fresh fruit and, well, no fruit, only vegetables. Got loads of vegetables. I'll show you all of that in a minute, and then I figure I'll also just give you a tour of my kitchen. So this is a low waste kitchen. We're trying to have a low waste kitchen. So we'll give you a little spin around and you can see what that looks like. Oh hi! This is my grocery haul from the greengrocer, and it is relatively low waste. So welcome to my kitchen. What we've got is a nice Irish cabbage grown in Ireland. That is why this one I chose over the unwrapped ones, which were grown in Spain. In here we've got some lovely Irish carrots. And here we've got some Irish potatoes. This bag I sewed myself out of a pair of old pajamas, and this bag I think my partner bought. We've also got some lovely, you see that? You see it? It's apple juice. It's Irish apple juice with Irish raspberries made in Ireland. In here we've got a shitload of, a large amount of mushrooms. We eat a lot of mushrooms, so I got like a kilo of mushrooms. A leek, a cucumber, also unfortunately in plastic, but also Irish. Some Irish free-range eggs. I got quite a few of those because we eat a lot of eggs at the moment. We've got parsnips. Parsnips are one of my favorites for roasting. I love good roasted parsnip. Then we've got some mushrooms, big mushrooms. These ones are going to be burger mushrooms, I think. We're going to make some... Why isn't it focusing? Burger mushrooms. We've got some lovely tomatoes. These are Irish grown, but they're grown in a polytunnel, so I'm still a bit conflicted about these ones because they are, like, it does use energy to make polytunnel tomatoes. So I'm going to do some research on those and see if polytunnel tomatoes that are local are actually better than not, like, sun-ripened tomatoes that are not local. That's an experiment for me to look up. Lovely fresh Irish onions. We've got nice lovely cauliflower there. We might make some more cauliflower wings. We love some cauliflower wings. Some nice lettuce. Again, that's in plastic. And yeah, that is pretty much it. That is my grocery haul. So I also just wanted to give you a quick tour of my fridge. We've got some ginger beer, which is homemade. That one is probably getting to the end of its life. We've got some homemade oat milk, which we just kind of keep in these random things that we have around the house. We buy soybean paste in a big tub because we eat so much of it. We've got some lemon juice, chutneys, some carrot and fennel sauerkraut. The stuff is so good. Very, very nice. And we've got some, what have we got there? Green Thai curry paste. The partner eats wasabi, so we've got wasabi even though it comes in plastic. More chutney. Yeast for all the baking. General condiments and stuff. I keep my Lush face scrub in the fridge because it's a fresh one. Can't get that to focus, but it's a face scrub. Just want to keep that fresh for longer. Down here we've got more tomatoes, half a broccoli, carrot, courgette. Not all of that is Irish because it's not in season here yet. But it was from the local greengrocer. In here we have kale and spinach, which are Irish. These are actually from Dublin, so that's pretty exciting. We've got some chilies that we keep in a jar to keep them fresh. Blueberries, these are from Spain, but I'm obsessed with blueberries, so we concede that one. We buy big tubs of yogurt because my partner eats yogurt. This is actually kombucha. I just ran out of jars to put it in, so it's in this little glass Tupperware thing. Partner's juice, a little bit of leftover cucumber there, loads of tofu. Love a lot of tofu. Unfortunately, we can't get that package free, but that's like a kilo block, which I found in the Asian store, so less packaging. Smoothie that I got when I was out. That was a moment of weakness, but I'm planning on reusing the bottle for kombucha. More ginger beer, which needs to be drunk. This is some baking spread that I got when I was dumpster diving months ago, which I still am trying to find a way to use. Irish butter, that's housemate stuff. Skyr, which is another one of my partner's things. I sometimes eat that for breakfast. Some hot chili pepper paste. Again, we buy that in big-ish tubs, and that'll last us for ages. Glass bottle of tomato passata. More juice. Cheese. We do still eat dairy, but we're trying to sort of reduce the amount of dairy that we eat because you can't find it without packaging, and because it has a really high carbon footprint. That's probably the highest carbon footprint thing that we eat still. But it is Irish. It's Irish milk and made in Ireland, so there's that. And then this is oats left over from making the oat milk, so that'll turn into breakfast porridge. Got some leftovers. We just keep all of our leftovers in Tupperware containers. Yeah, so that's pretty much my fridge. Now, I gotta say, the freezer is the most wasteful part of our things that we buy for food. Because everything that's frozen comes wrapped in plastic. But what we do try and do is we'll get, like, gyoza wrappers, which are pretty densely packed, so it's not a huge amount of plastic per wrapper, if that makes sense. And then we also use the freezer plenty for leftovers. These are all like some bananas that were going brown. There's some, I think that one's curry or chili. There's some rhubarb from the garden, which we couldn't get through in time, so that'll be up high one day. This bottom drawer is mostly our flatmates. That's why there's really weird old ice cream down there. Just ignore that one entirely. Ice cream, yum yum yum. And these are vegetarian sausages. They are so lush if you haven't tried them. And they actually just are in the cardboard, so that's awesome. So there's no plastic on those, which is great. But then, you know, there's other stuff in here which is plastic. We have some tiny chilies in here, which are also in this glass jar to keep them from getting freezer burn. But they are the spiciest chilies, so we can't use them very quickly. Up here, oh, gyoza. So that's when we're too lazy to make them ourselves. We've got ice and we've got frozen pizza. So we're not perfect, just at all. But we're trying. And here's our moose bottle opener, who only has one antler. And I forgot that over here we have our fruit. So we did get this avocado. It's a Spanish avocado, so not too far away. And those ones are shipped in, not flown in. Some oranges. These ones are also from Spain. Apples. These are Irish. This is some lovely Irish garlic as well. We've got a sweet potato up there. It's actually from Morocco. We didn't realize that at the time, but we really love sweet potatoes, so I guess that's that. Up here we have a myriad of sauces and things, and washing detergent. So a lot of these are, we try and find, if we can, Irish or UK products that suit us, because obviously we don't want to be importing stuff. That one is from New Zealand though. That's one of Adam's favorites, so I brought it over when I came over. We've got some apple cider vinegar, which is Spanish, Irish jams, Italian. Generally, it's mostly stuff that's pretty local. This is not spring water, as you can tell from the color. This is in fact balsamic vinegar, which I refilled. We've got a big packet of some other spice back there. We generally try and buy our spice refills in big packets if we can't find it in bulk. And we refill our little spice rack. We've got loads of spices. And then also on the windowsill here we have basil and chives and coriander, oregano, and we have some basil mint, which is my favorite thing ever. We have our containers that we have. This is where we put our eggshells and we crush them up so we can put them in the garden. We have an avocado stone, which I'm trying to figure out how to sprout without toothpicks. And we put all of our tea bags in there, dry them out, and then sprinkle those on the garden too. And spring onions, and I'm trying to sprout lavender and rosemary as well, so we can grow that in the garden. I just stole that from the side of the road. Up here in our carbohydrates section, we have this big bag of noodles. That's like a kilo of noodles, rice noodles. So we couldn't find those at an appropriate price point anywhere that we've looked so far. So I just buy it in a really big bag. Same for pasta. I unfortunately can't stretch my budget to buy €4 pasta, so it's still like the 90-cent pasta. But we can find couscous loose, which is great. Lasagna comes in these like cardboard boxes, so we eat a lot of lasagna. I'm not sure where that rice came from. I don't remember that rice. This is my greatest weakness, these cookies. They're from Lidl and they're amazing. Got some Irish honey, some loose leaf tea, and then Adam's section, which is pretty much just like stuff to make Japanese soups of various kinds, and peanut butter. The peanut butter is mine, and the tea is mine. So then down here we've got this plastic cup from some or other party in the past that we're rinsing and reusing. We've also got, this is really cool. This is a Irish brand of seaweed. So it's really expensive, but I decided to give it a whiz. We make a lot of food that involves seaweed, so it seemed worth it. In the back of there we've got all of our Sin cookies, all came in plastic. We do try really hard to find ones without, well, I try really hard to find ones without palm oil in them, but sometimes it sneaks in there. It just calls itself vegetable fat or something. We buy all of our sugar in paper, and that's that covered. You can tell I did not prepare for this video, because this is another cupboard that has loads of plastic and it's very untidy. But what we do have in here is we buy all of our flour in paper bags. We got bulk bicarbonate of soda, so that's really cool. I managed to find baking powder in a tin, so that's recyclable after use. Although I might try and turn that into something. That's quite cute. It's just retro, you know? And then we've got more flour, which is organic and Irish. And we've got, what else have we got in there? I think that's mostly breakfast cereal, to be honest. More breakfast cereal up here, as well as milled flaxseed, which we sometimes use as an egg replacement if we are being a little bit better at being more plant-based. And there's nuts and things and crackers in the back of that. I was so upset about these. I love crackers, and I haven't really had time recently to make them, which is ridiculous because they take so little time to make. But I caved and I bought these because they're Scottish and I love oat cakes. But they come in, they come in these little tiny, like, individual packets of 6, which makes me so upset. I didn't realize that at the time. So there's extra plastic in there, which is really sad. Boo! And finally, we have our pantry stack. I actually got this online secondhand when I first got here. It's actually a CD holder, but I figured it's narrow and it's compact and it works for this. So we have popcorn kernels, which I've tried multiple popcorn kernels now that are from bulk shops, and they just don't pop. So we're stuck with this for now. We are stuck with a big bag of popcorn, but we eat a lot of popcorn, so. We have some breakfast cereal, we have some coconut, we have some chutney in the back there. What else have we got? Jams, homemade jams. Adam's mom makes jams and things. And here we've got some more oats, some basil pesto, some, what are those called? Lentils. That is psyllium husk, I think. We've got tahini, more seeds. These are hemp seeds. I didn't realize that you should get them unhusked, so these ones are husked, and they are gritty as heck, so if anyone has any suggestions for how to eat them, please let me know. Nutritional yeast, hemp powder, that is how I actually eat it, normally, because it's much easier. And then down here we've got sun-dried tomatoes, more flax seeds, which I just love. I actually make hair products, like hair gel out of flax seeds, so that's one of the main reasons I have that. Some more curry paste. You can tell we eat a lot of curry. That is homemade marmalade. Down here we're getting into some experimental territory. This is from a visit to the Dublin Food Co-op where I just got a little bit carried away, and I bought some organic burger mix, so we might have some burgers. I'm thinking I might do burgers with the big flat mushrooms and that. This is some little packets of soup. Sometimes I just have that craving, sometimes I am weak. We have some vegan raspberry jelly, which is very exciting. Because most jelly has pig feet in it, and that's gross. Organic coconut oil, coconut cream, beans, and tomatoes, and corn. More cans of things, and right down at the back is our emergency baked beans, just in case we ever get that low. And here we have my baby, my kombucha, which is doing a weird thing. I'm not sure why it's doing this, but it's got this, my Scoby isn't floating, and it's got this weird fuzz on top, and I'm wondering if it's like splitting and it's growing a new Scoby on top. Who knows? If anyone knows, please let me know. I'm a little bit worried about it. It's getting all fuzzy. It's not doing what I expect it to do. But anyway, I'm trying to make kombucha. That's what's happening there. And we got this giant tin of cookies, which was full of packaged cookies, and now it's full of the cookies that I make, because I bake all the time. I was going to take you out into the garden to show you all of the wonderful things that we're growing out there. We have like a little plastic hothouse thing, which is full of kale sprouts and spinach sprouts and potatoes and stuff, but it just started hailing, so I'll just tell you from here. We have out there loads of bee and bird friendly wildflowers growing. And then we have potatoes, we have peas, we have beans, we have kale, we have spinach, we have, I've already said peas. I think that's it. Oh, and cabbages. And chives as well. So that's what we're trying to grow in our little garden, but it is hailing, so you just get this through the window. And that's all, folks. That is the tour of my low-waste kitchen. I hope that this has been interesting to you. If it has been, then let me know. If there's other things you want to know, let me know. And yeah, I'll hopefully be able to fill in some blanks for you about ways that you can live a lower waste life or a more eco-friendly life. Thanks. Bye.